All right, guys, I'm going under the hood. I'm going under the hood. I never thought I'd be so scared to say I'm going under the hood. Normally that's a good thing, right? But no, today I'm a little nervous about going under the hood. I can't see anything, Uriel.
Go. Cerca, bien cerca. Forward a moment.
Like that. He gave me a thumbs up. So all you're doing really is melting this metal. You're melting the steel to make it soft, and it becomes hard and connects things like a glue. You don't know what I'm saying, do you? It's like a glue. So the piece of steel that feeds through here melts, I'm guessing, and it creates well, it's like a soldering machine. Okay, thank you, Uriel. I'm waiting for Uriel to show up. As you guys know, I had him learn how to weld. I know, I gave him a job to do, but listen to this. I sent him to learn how to weld. And then once he acquired the basic skills, I bought him a welding machine. Yeah, I did. I bought Uriel a welding machine so that he can learn a trade. He needs to learn to do a trade. I mean, right now he's great with working with our horses on occasion and doing odd and end jobs, but I want him to have a profession. And so I bought him a small welding machine, and he's done a couple of small jobs for us already. But today he's going to come over and he's going to take this contraption here that we bought, which is not working out real great. This is what we use to move our feed buggy around. And I want him to take this and give us a welded, guys, I want him to weld it here. I do, I want him to weld it onto here so we can still use our bucket when we need to and how we need to, but I can always just pull right up and attach my feed buggy to my tractor and move it back and forth from pasture to pasture. I also want him to take the sign that he made us. Yeah, he made this. This might be his first professional job. He's going to take the sign that he put together for us, and we're going to go up on a ladder and attach it to the front of the barn there. It's going to be beautiful. So we're hoping to get Uriel a little bit of a kickstart into becoming an American citizen, and what he needs is a profession. And I think that welding is one that suits him very well. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm excited to see what he's gonna be able to do with this and with this. I need y'all to look right through the barn. Right through the barn door, out into the far pasture. I count at least 3 deer. You see them? They're right in the center of your screen. And there's at least 3 deer there. I know they can hear my voice and they're looking at me. They keep looking up at me, but I'm far enough. I don't think I bother them. And I think that's kind of beautiful that they're walking out to eat. They're coming out of the woods. They're jumping over that 5-foot fence, y'all. Oh, there's 4. I move over a little bit. I see a 4th deer. I'm gonna try to sneak over. Now, once I get closer, they're all going to run. I can tell you now, I should probably let them just eat and not bother them. You know, what's interesting about having deer right here on your pastures is hanging right here inside the barn, right there, is a pulley. And the former owner used to kill deer, and he would hang them up right there to process them. He would do his self-processing. And they had a spot inside here where they had a little deep freeze where he would literally process his own deer. He would, I guess, hunt them from the property, harvest them right here, and then he would have them. And you know what? I'm not a deer hunter. You guys already know that. I tell the story often. I don't like to talk about it, but I did shoot a deer one time. Went hunting with my brother and some friends, and I did shoot a deer. And that deer ran off a little bit, but it didn't die right away. And we caught up to it, following its blood trail. And it was laying there looking at me, still blinking. And then they said, "You just let it bleed out." And I'm like, "What?" I was gonna shoot it again. And they says, "No, let it bleed out." And that just broke my heart. Sitting there waiting. They went off back to their tree stands, their deer stands, and I had to sit there and wait until that deer passed. And I sat there, and my friends, I feel embarrassed saying this, but I cried like a baby. I sit there and I cried like a baby watching it was a little buck. It wasn't a big deer. I mean, he was old enough to shoot, obviously, and we did process him, and we were able to eat off of him. So he did not go to waste, but I cried like a baby, and it just broke me to watch that little fella, me cutting his life short. And so I pledged at that point I would never shoot a deer again. And I haven't. I've seen plenty of them. There at Plum Grove, we used to have several that would come across our pastures. And then obviously I know a lot of people that hunt, and I hold nothing against them. Guys, if you want to hunt and eat what you kill, then I have no problems with that whatsoever. And that goes for pigs or deer or whatever. I know that people exterminate a lot of animals for various reasons, but that's just not my thing. I have trapped and relocated plenty of times. Do y'all remember when Jamie and I used to trap those possums, and we would relocate them, and we would put little bands, we would put bands on their legs because we kind of felt like we were getting the same ones over and over and over. So we bought some colored zip ties, and we would band, when we would catch them, we would band their legs, and I would take them miles away, y'all. I would drive them miles away, and a week later we would catch them again. Yeah, and we knew that it was ours because they had little bands on their legs, like little yellow or orange or some kind of a band that identified them as those that we already caught. So I don't know if catch and release is a really good thing unless you have a really, really long way off you can take them. All right, my plans for today are simple. I'm going to continue removing this old fence. The new fence is all up. We're going to take down the old fence. I'll pull up these posts. They're all in cement. It's going to be kind of tough. And then I have to go over on the other side over here as well and take this fence down over here. We're going to put we're going to make a pile of these posts. Are still good. They'll be great posts to use in the future. Uh-oh, the deer have caught. They see me. Don't leave, baby. I'm not after you. Me and the dogs are not after y'all. They're all sitting there, and they have all become statuesque. They're standing up straight. Their ears are all perked. They're looking right at me. I'm afraid they're going to leave. I didn't mean to ruin their breakfast. That was not my intent. But we're going to take all this fence down today. I'm going to pile all of these gates. We've replaced them with the real pretty black gates. We're going to, move those to a spot. I'll have to put the wire in a recycling spot. Move all of the posts back behind the barn. I think I'll put them into the container. So I have my work cut out for me this morning. I'm going to also take off the fifth wheel hitch and put it over there along the, I'm not going to just keep it in my truck if I don't need to. So I do have some jobs to do today. I need to burn several piles. I got a pile over here to burn. I got one down by the road, and mostly just keep an eye on the cows. The cows are off grazing, and I want them to enjoy their time in the pasture, the new pasture, but I also just want to keep an eye on them. They're down by the road, and I don't know. I have a unsettling feeling about it. Now, I will tell you this. My plan, and I don't know if this is set in stone, but what I think I'm going to do is I'll wait about a week or so and allow the cows to kind of free graze all three pastures. They have all three pastures to free graze, but at some point I will move the females all back to the back 25 acres, 50, yeah, the back acres, and we will leave our bulls up front. And that will be Tex, Waylon, and Gary. And then what I will do is, as we have, I'm gonna just kind of start trying to manage my breeding program. We're not going to let Tex back to Santiana anytime soon. Let her go ahead and have a couple of cycles first, I believe. And then I'm gonna try to get a grasp on everything. And eventually, we will start some kind of a program where when we're ready for more cows, we'll go ahead and let them selective breed. We will control that, which is what real ranches do. That makes it more, makes us more responsible for, you know, what we're producing, how many we're producing. We don't want to overproduce and end up running out of, you know, real estate, obviously. So, all right, so what we're gonna have to do is connect this component to the side of the bucket. We can't hook it to the bottom of the bucket because when we use the bucket to scrape or to clean or to rake or for, you know, for spreading, you can't have that in the way. We can't put it on top because this is 29 inches higher than the ground, and this over here is not 29 inches high. So we'd have to either raise that super high to get the attachment to match up, or weld it to the side over here. And we're gonna try this over here, I think. Oh, is that stuff you can't look at? Guys, I can't look. I'm not allowed to look, it's gonna blind me. At least that's what I hear. Trixie, don't look, sweetie, don't look, baby. Look away, Trixie, look away. Oh, it's like a train wreck, you can't not help but look. Ah, I can't look. So by having it right there, it's not gonna interfere with whatever else we do with the bucket. And we do a lot with these buckets. So we're gonna watch how he does this.
¿Quiere poner? ¿Quiere ver cómo hago? Lo importante es hacer círculos. ¿Aquí? No voy a prender, solo que hay que hacer. Pegas aquí, para arriba, para abajo, aquí. Haz de cuenta que vas haciendo una U así.
Okay, do it. Hazlo. He's trying to teach me how to do it. I said, do it. I don't want to learn. I want him to do it. I want him to do it. I don't want to learn. I want him to do it. That's why I have him.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.